What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Alatorre. Join the family, hit that subscribe button because today we are creating an anti-Valentine's Day look for all of you out there who despise the holiday. And believe it or not, I'm very much anti-Valentine's Day, even though I am in a loving relationship. And if you're in a relationship that isn't solid, you almost use that holiday as a way to see if that other person will show that they love you with gifts or however they choose to celebrate Valentine's Day. Or if they don't do anything, you're like, what's going on here? Do you love me or do you not? Like, I remember back in the day when I had a super sketchy boyfriend, like it was such a bad relationship. I remember every time Valentine's Day came around, I'd be like, this better get me something or else. Now that I'm in a loving relationship, it's just another day. It's not a big deal. We actually celebrate a few days before or a few days after, not an actual Valentine's Day, because actual Valentine's Day is so overpriced and crowded that we like to celebrate on another day. And I just feel like, why not celebrate your love for your loved ones every day, not just on a specific holiday that your calendar says you have to celebrate love. You know what I'm saying? So that's my 2 cents. For today's look, I wanted to focus around the color red. I'm going to be doing another tutorial focused on the color pink, the 2 colors that you think about when you think about Valentine's Day. And I decided for the red look, we would go super dramatic and make it anti-Valentine's Day. So enough with this intro, let's get straight into this tutorial. I'm going to start by priming my skin with the NARS Pore and Shine Control Primer. This is new to me. They discontinued the one that used to come in the black packaging. That was amazing. So I just want to see if this is comparable. I've also been loving the new shade range in Sheer Glow. So it's been my go-to because the match is absolutely perfect. You guys will see Guadelupe is my exact match, but I do like to go just a little bit darker so that way when I highlight the face, I have some dimension. So I still add a pinch of Stromboli, but this combination, you guys will see, it's just like the most perfect match. So I'm going to prime first and then apply Sheer Glow with my fingers and blend it out with a beauty blender. Can you guys see how perfect of a match this is? I mean, it's crazy. It literally just blends right in with the rest of my body. Being a light olive skin tone, I love it so much. It makes me so happy. Okay, so now for concealer, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in shade Light Beige. I just love using this concealer because honestly, $5, can't beat that. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight with this. I'm going to blend it out, and then with whatever is left over on the beauty blender, I'm going to also apply it to the center of the face. And then I'm going to set everything. I'm going to use a Nude powder today because with this concealer, it really kind of sets itself and you don't need a lot. So I'm going to use the Seal the Deal Loose Setting Powder by Lawless Beauty. Looking a little powdery right now, but it'll all melt in just a bit. I'm going to go in with bronzer next. I'm using another current favorite product, the Armani Geo Nude Fusion Powder in shade number 7. It's technically a foundation powder, but I love it as bronzer. Obviously. I'm way past due for a favorites video, right? I should do one. I'll do one next, I promise. I feel like I haven't done one for the past couple months and I have a ton of favorites, so stay tuned for that. I'm using the other side of this Hourglass brush to bronze up. I love using this brush for bronzer and I hadn't thought to use it before, but I love it because it gives me like that perfect cut on the cheek that I didn't think to use it before, but it looks so good. I'm also going to run that bronzer along the sides of the nose with a Smith 230 brush and underneath the lip. And then if the bronzer looks like a little choppy in some areas, I take the side that I used to apply powder and I kind of just blend over it. It's my little secret for having everything on the face look really well blended, is just to constantly, after each powder application, lightly blend in small circular motions across the entire face, even with blush and highlighter. For highlight, I'm going to be using this Elcie Eclipse highlighter in the shade Luna, recently discovered. I've had it for a while, but am I opening it from the wrong side? It's got like a nice soft like pink undertone, like a pink champagne undertone, which is going to match the red eyeshadow. So I'm going to go ahead and swirl this onto the high points of the face. I always like to highlight before eyeshadow because I like to highlight the brow bone and then have my shadow go over it. Same thing with this outer edge. I just think it looks really pretty. Also before blush, that way the blush sort of connects the bronzer and the highlighter together, if that makes sense. And then again, I'm going to take that Hourglass brush and just blend everything out. And then we're going to zoom on into the eyes to do that red eyeshadow. I'm so excited. I love red eyeshadow. And I know it looks kind of intimidating, a little scary, but anytime I've worn the red eyeshadow out, I've gotten so many compliments. So give it a try, guys. Give it a try. It's all about confidence. If you love it and you think you look good in it, others will think the same. Trust me. And maybe you'll have yourself a date for Valentine's Day and you won't be anti-Valentine's Day. I'm gonna mist myself very lightly with Fix Plus and then for reals, zoom you guys on in. I went ahead and filled in my brows because in my tutorial that's coming, I go into a little more detail on filling them in. So I decided to just skip that step for today, and I'm gonna add a little more of Camo concealer to the eye, even though there is a good amount on there. I just want the eyelid to be somewhat tacky when applying the red so it really pops. So I just dabbed a little bit of that concealer on, and I'm gonna blend it out with the Beauty Blender and then go directly in with the eyeshadow. So I'm mainly keeping that additional concealer to the lid. The palette I will be using for this look is the McGrath Labs Mothership Palette 5. I bought this with my own money. I was really intrigued by it and I absolutely love it. I think it's really unique and cool, and the main colors I'm going to use are this guy, and this one. So I'm going to start by applying this one up here to the crease. I'm going to be using my Smith 232 to blend this into the crease. And I'm using a smaller brush. This one is by Real Techniques, and applying it also to the lower lash line. And then next I'm going in with this darker brown just to deepen things up a bit. I want to add this, but I feel like I want to add the red before I go in with this just to see if I want to darken it. So I'm going to start with this guy and we'll see how it goes. And now I'm using a Smith 247 brush. And then just blending this out with that Smith 230 brush. And now for the red, my favorite part of this entire look. I'm gonna pick this up on my fingertip and just press it onto the eyelid, and then afterwards I might wet a brush and further intensify it. And then I decided I am gonna add this purple to the outer edge just to deepen it up a bit. All right, and I'm also gonna add a little bit of this red to the lower lash line on the inner corner. Now we definitely need a liner in the waterline because if not, it looks pretty bare. And I have just been loving these Dose of Colors eyeliners. So I'm first filling in the entire waterline with New Flame. Just the lower waterline right here, actually. And then I'm gonna go in with Dark Roast on that outer edge and to tightline. And then with a clean, fluffy blending brush, again, another Smith 232, I'm just gonna lightly buff away any fallout and then set with Fix Plus. And I almost forgot, I'm also gonna pop this Elcie Eclipse highlighter in Luna to the inner corner. And kind of drag it into the rest of the eyeshadow right here to add a little bit of dimension. We're going full on dramatic with this look, guys. Don't hold back. Hashtag no holding back. And for mascara, I'm using Climax because it's so fitting with this eye color. When I do a look that is this dramatic, I like to keep everything very, very nude and neutral on the cheeks and lips. And my go-to is always Blondie Multi-Stick from Bite Beauty. So I'm going to use this as blush and also my lip color. For blush, I like to warm it up on the back of my hand and create kind of like a little blob. You guys have seen me do this before. And then I pick it up with the Beauty Blender and press it onto the cheeks, and it just gives me a really nice even application. So start at the apples and then blend it back. My ponytail's looking a little crazy. I didn't even try and do my hair for this tutorial. I just kind of put it up in this scrunchie. Before adding the Blondie Multi-Stick to my lips, I'm gonna outline my lips with my favorite nude liner from Dose of Colors, which is Undressed. It gives like that nice contour without it being too dark. I feel like I can't pull off that like super dark lip liner with a nude lip, and this one's perfect. I'm gonna add a gloss because this looks a little dead to me. And that officially wraps up this anti-Valentine's Day look. Like I said, I have worn red eyeshadow out before, so I would actually wear this out to a date. It makes you stand out from the crowd. It really pops. Wear all black. You'll get like a double take, like, whoa, what's she wearing? So give it a try. Let me know how it goes. Even if you guys are anti-Valentine's Day, know that I love you. And my next tutorial will be on the lighter side. So as always, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, share it, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys. Mwah.